They tell you to speak up. They tell you family is supposed to protect you. But no one tells you what to do when the person hurting you shares your last name and smiles in front of everyone. When people talk about abuse, they imagine strangers, dark alleys, raised voices, obvious bruises. They don't imagine dinner tables, holiday photos, someone who tucks you in at night. I was 12 when I learned the truth. The safest place can be the most dangerous one, and the hardest scream is the one you're not allowed to make. Every morning, our house looked normal. Clean floors, fresh coffee, a father who waved goodbye like nothing was wrong. At school, teachers said I was quiet but polite. Neighbors said my family was so close. That's the part no one understands. Abusers don't act like monsters in public. They act like pillars, the kind people defend automatically. It started with control. Who I talked to, what I wore, how long I stayed out. Then the comments, "You're too sensitive." You imagined that no one would believe you anyway. Those words are how silence is built, brick by brick. At night, I'd lie awake listening to footsteps in the hallway, slow, careful. I learned how to hold my breath, how to pretend to sleep, how to disappear without leaving the room. The worst part wasn't fear, it was confusion. Because the same person who hurt me also told me they loved me. That messes with your brain in ways no bruise ever could. I tried to tell someone once, just once. I hinted, I paused. I waited for the moment someone would say, "Are you okay?" But adults don't hear whispers, they only hear screams. And I had been trained not to scream. Years passed. From the outside, I grew up fine. Good grades. No trouble. No drama. Inside, I was learning how to survive. How to laugh at jokes that made my stomach twist. How to sit at family gatherings across from someone who knew my silence was their shield. That's how abuse continues. Not through force. Through disbelief. The turning point didn't come with courage. It came with exhaustion. One night, I looked at myself in the mirror and realized I didn't recognize who I'd become. Not broken, but gone. And I understood something terrifying. If I stayed quiet, this wouldn't end with me. It never does. So I spoke, not loudly, not dramatically. I told the truth the way survivors often do. Messy, shaking, incomplete. And just like I'd been warned, some people didn't believe me. Some people said, "Are you sure? Why now?" They would never do that. Those words hurt, but they didn't destroy me, because something else happened too. Someone listened. One person is enough. The aftermath wasn't clean. Families don't shatter quietly. There were arguments, denial, anger. I lost people I thought would protect me. But I gained something more important, my voice, and once you reclaim that, no one can take it again. Healing didn't happen overnight. Some days, I still freeze when someone raises their voice. Some smells bring memories I didn't invite. But I am not owned by what happened to me, and neither are you. Here's what no one tells you. Abuse doesn't always leave marks. Survivors don't always look broken, and family doesn't automatically mean safe. If you're watching this and something feels familiar, if your stomach tightens, if your chest feels heavy, that's not weakness. That's your body remembering. And listen carefully. You are not disloyal for telling the truth. You are not dramatic for protecting yourself. You are not wrong for surviving. Silence protects abusers, not families. When the abuser is family, the hardest thing to accept is that love should never hurt. And if you needed to hear this tonight, you're not alone. You're not imagining it, and your story matters, even if it takes time. To tell it out loud,